What's good, y'all? It's your boy Chubbs. Hope everybody cool out there. I know how hot it is still for real. A whole lot of y'all. It's still hot out here, so I hope everybody doing their best to stay cool. But back at y'all with a whole nother story. And I kind of want to talk about these jobs. You know, not so much the jobs, is more so the people that work in these jobs. Because you know what I'm saying? Say the people make the job, and I ain't gonna lie. I feel like that's true. Like it really just depends on who you working with. Now in any job, it's two type of people that you working with. It's the people that's there because they gotta be there. You know, you could be paying your bills. You know, you got a family to take care of. Everybody got their own lives and stuff like that. And then it's the people that's there because they live there. They eat, sleep, and breathe their job. I talked to y'all about one of the worst managers that I ended up having inside this Walmart. She's the reason I actually ended up getting fired. So we're gonna go ahead and talk about how that ended up happening, because it's crazy how many years this still under my belt and it still suited me, because this lady was crazy for no reason. So yeah, let's get into it. Lock in, y'all. So I found myself looking for work. This is right before I ended up getting a job at Walmart. I already did have a job. I was cooking around this time, but I was looking for some more pay. So it wasn't like they were refusing basically to give me a raise at my job. So I was like, screw it, I'm gonna go find me another job, because that's what you do. You don't like the job you working at, go get you something else. Don't put up with nobody BS. So seen Walmart, said they was hiring Mo for the overnight night shift. You know, the overnight shift. This was before, you know, the COVID happened. So everybody was staying up like overnight. So I was like, that's pretty chill. Don't nobody really go into Walmart at night. I know this because I only used to go to Walmart stuff at night because there wasn't nobody there. So I'm like, this is perfect. Let me go ahead and fill out the application to go do that. It makes it even better. I had a sister that was working there, but she worked day shift, so I never really hit her up. You know what? She ain't even part of the story. Forget I even said anything. So I'll go ahead and apply for the night shift. I did tell her I was applying for it though. She didn't really say nothing back. Screw her. I ended up getting it, and they told me to come in basically for the Tuesday. They emailed me, basically got the application, come in for basically an interview. So I get the interview, and I'm thinking everything's gonna go well, because Tuesday comes, I have the interview. I don't remember the name of the lady that gave me the interview, but she was real nice. And I used to come to her that whole time I had the job anytime I had problems, which was only time I had problems was with the lady we talking about today. But with every good manager, there's a horrible bad manager that don't nobody get along with, or they just don't like you. For me, this was this lady Denise. Now, she ran over, I was a part of the Cap 2 team. So that consisted of basically stocking up the rolls, like y'all know where y'all go get like basically marshmallows and sugar and stuff, like all that in Walmart. I basically had to stock up. That was my main aisle. They used to throw me down two different other aisles, but it is what it is. This lady didn't like me at all. There was something that you had to do called zoning, which was basically, you already know what it is, you know, you basically make the aisle look neat. You know, make everything look straight. Pull the stuff that's from the back of the row, pull it, you know, a little closer for everybody to get. Basically make the row look good. I think that row looked nice. I think it was sexy. I think because she was ugly, she didn't like how sexy I made the rows look. So she always told me I didn't do a good job and I really need to do it over. She tell me this all the time. I need to start over and do it from scratch. Now, as you stocking these rolls up, they coming in boxes, right? So you got to break the boxes down and put them on the cart that originally had the groceries that you're supposed to be stocking. Then you take these boxes, you go bring them to the back room. You know what I'm saying? So that's just what you're supposed to do. So there'll be a time that you're not at your aisle, you know, that just kind of makes sense. Also, if somebody comes to ask you, hey, do you know where something at? They tell us it makes more sense for you to go basically bring them and show them where it's at rather than tell them. So this is something that happened all the time. I don't know if it varied person to person, but somebody coming up to me and asking me where something else happened all the time for me. So that's just what ended up, that's just how it was. Sometimes I wasn't in my aisle, but that doesn't mean I wasn't doing what I wasn't supposed to be doing. That just means I was doing something else. So she didn't like me for whatever reason. I still don't know to this day. I never done anything to this lady. She was just crazy. But it is what it is. Crazy people are crazy. Ain't nothing you can do about it. So I'm walking and she catches me all the way on the other side of the store. And she like, what are you doing here? Cap 2 is all the way on the other side of the store. You need to get back to where you at, or you gonna write me up. First off, lady, you can write me up if you need to. This is just a job. Just like I got this one, I go get another one. I don't live here like you do. Do what you gotta do. I don't care. I'll be out of here. Only thing you got to do is, you can say half the word leave and I'm already clocked out. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gone. You know, so I look at her, take a deep breath, because, you know I'm a hothead. I ain't trying to be no hothead, because, you know, at the job, you know, got to keep it professional. So I'm like, okay. Tried to explain to her that I was just over here helping somebody and I'm coming back from doing that. But she hit me with the, you know, little sound effect craps, you know, old ladies do when they get mad. So I start walking back. So the second I get back into the aisle, I see these, you know, my boxes that I broke down. I was like, I might as well take these to the back since I was already walking around. So I go grab my cart. I start bringing it to the back. She went to go check to make sure that I went back to my aisle when she told me to go do it. She sees me pushing the cart of boxes. She knows what I'm going to do. It is the manager. She kept, didn't I tell you to go back to your side and get in your aisle? First off, lady, I'm on my aisle. Well, aisle. I'm on my side. This lady know I'm on my side of the stove because she know the stove. She also know even if I wasn't on my side of the stove, I went back to my side of the stove because how did I get the boxes that I didn't have 2 seconds ago? She know this. She know all this stuff. But no, she want to be petty. Some people just want to act stupid when you on the job. They just like to do it. I don't know I don't know what be going on, man. I feel like y'all gotta stop taking y'all personal problem and bringing them to the clock. Messing up my speech. They be taking their personal problems and bringing them basically on the clock, and so everybody else got to deal with it. But anyway, she goes, she sees me after we had it basically encounter in her head. She already hated me, but this is where I feel like we really started to do the back and forth. So I decided, because she started following me taking these boxes to the back room, I legit started basically going around the corners I didn't need to take to basically get to the back room. She peeped this and I turned around and we made eye contact and she sped up. She sped up to catch this buggy that I had full of boxes. And as she was getting closer, I started to move even faster and actually start headed towards the room where you're supposed to go ahead and compact the boxes, you know. So when she was basically on my, you know, she was in range basically to call me. I don't know why she didn't just say my name. I would have had to stop, you know, that being the manager she is. But she never said any of this. So I kept going. And when she got super close, right before we went into the back room basically to take it there was the bathrooms for like everybody to use, like even the customers. I stopped that buggy. I went right in there and took the longest, man. I came out a while later and she was gone. Now, I was advised because, you know, I did have a manager that was basically on my side, and because I made this lady extremely mad and she didn't like me, and because of me going around the corners, I guess I didn't need to, she basically told my manager that was looking after me that I basically, long story short, she wrote me up for 3 days. I couldn't go back to work for like 3 days. Nah, this isn't the story that got me fired, but this was the start of a war. So, I'll be back with a whole nother story revolving around her, all the way up until like how I actually ended up getting fired. But yeah, I ain't do nothing wrong, so I took my 3-day suspension like a champ. But yeah, that's the story. Talk to y'all tomorrow with it. Y'all be smooth.